Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an exciting one. It's our monthly build your own palette for September. We are in autumn, even though it's actually quite warm. I'm actually filming this in August realistically, let's be real here. It's quite warm, so that's why I'm not in like cozy clothes right now. But I want the cozy colours on my face. So I have built a palette that is kind of like, for me, September embodied. It's your pumpkin patch, it's your fall leaves, it's all the cozy kind of colours, because we will be getting into a Halloween palette, which I cannot wait to make. I've already got the idea in my head. And this is the lovely palette. I don't want these to fall. Here, this is my palette. So I went in with like, I wanted definitely burnt orange, khaki kind of greens. Well, not fully khaki, but definitely more foresty greens, yellow tones, kind of more berry-ish sort of shades, bronze, that kind of thing. I do have two multi-chromes in here, obviously, as I always add in all my palettes. And I just love it. I just think this is exactly what I want an autumn palette to be as well. Like I have many autumn palettes that I'm also using this month as well that I do love, and they're like perfect for autumn. But this is another version and it's just a little bit brighter. It's a little bit just more pumpkin patch. Pumpkin patch is the way I would describe this palette. So that's the vibe we're going for. So as I am speaking, I'm going to pop up the shades on the screen in my swatches and everything up close. We are going to go along this way. And that's the way we're going. So we're going to start up here. So first shade up, we have got Curtain Call from Makeup Geek. It's a beautiful kind of berry shade, kind of muted as well. Next up, we've got Terra Moon's Inertia, which has that kind of green base, same as the matte green that's in this palette, with a beautiful kind of gold and orange shift to it. We've got Pumpkin Spice, obviously, although I've never had pumpkin and I've never had a pumpkin spice latte, just saying, but I love the vibes. So Pumpkin Spice from Glaminatrix. We have got Tiki then, the yellow, kind of a warmer yellow, not too lemony, it's more warm tone, like yellow with a hint of orange in it. That one is from Colourpop. And then from Inglot, we have got the shade 355, which is our lovely burnt dark orange. Onto our second row, we have got Cleona Cosmetics Kiln is this one, which has that, again, berry rusty, and it kind of goes to a copper and a gold and a little bit of a green as well. She's lovely. We have got another Makeup Geek. This is a foil shadow and this one is Legend. Again, another kind of bronze sort of shade. I've got Glaminatrix here and this one is Leaf, which is, again, it's perfectly described, a leafy green shade. And then another one from Glaminatrix. Yes, this one is Camel, because I wanted that kind of soft orangey brown, but soft, just to kind of warm things up and give us those cozy vibes. And then the last shade here is 08 from Inglot, and this is a beautiful soft gold shift. I do have this on my eyes right now as well, and it just gives a beautiful shift on the eye, but still a little bit softer. So those are the shades in the palette. This is my September palette. We're getting through the year. I've only got, what, 4 left after this one? I've got October. No, I've got 3 left. I've got October, November, December. Oh my god, that's insane. I've done one every single month. I'm so proud of myself. And yeah, I'm so excited to get into this. I've been like, I'm in all the autumn vibes, all the Halloween vibes. I'm already stressing about spooky season, so let's just not mention it unless you have any suggestions down in the comments. Then you can leave them all down there. Just before we get into the actual tutorial, I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, my Instagram is linked down below, where I post all my up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content, and I did do a TikTok on this video as well. Housekeeping number 2, I got my hair did. Got it literally done this morning. Got my roots done, little trim, because I'm going away next week. So yeah, next week, like not as the next week today as I'm filming this, not as the video goes up, if that makes sense. I will be back and all by the time this video goes up. But yeah, hair did. So I definitely will still have videos where my hair is not done as usual, and then hair, like my videos where my hair is done. So, you know, just pretend like it's all linear. Let's just pretend that. No more housekeeping. Let us not continue chatting about nothing, and let us get into look number 1. Alrighty, so let us get into our beautiful fall palette for September. This is my little pumpkin patch over here and I'm in love. So I'm feeling the green, this green here. These kind of slide around in this palette, so I'm trying not to tilt too much. This green here, the yellow, this one up here, the kind of Terra Moons one that shifts from green to gold, and maybe a little bit of the bronze as well. I'm kind of feeling that. And I also want to do sort of a winged out sort of shape, so kind of the green winged out with the Terra Moons on the lid, smoked out with the yellow, bronze on the lower lash, on the inner part. Something fun, and I've got a fun little kind of flaky that might go with it. I'll see how I feel if I want to use it, but I may add it in. My skin is on, my brows are on, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below, and my cheeks are done, which I will go through towards the end of this look. Okay, so I want to start with my green, just to make sure that's like a really focal point of it. I'm going to take the shade Leaf from Glaminatrix, and I'm taking that on a MAC 221S brush, just a small little skinny blending brush, and I'm going to start at my lashes and then start pulling it outwards. Just I'm starting slow because this color is pigmented. I don't want it to go out of control. I'm just gonna slowly start building that up. I'm not bringing it out as far as I think I'm gonna go because I'll use the yellow to help blend it out that way. Just get the general angle and shape you want, and I'm gonna take just a small little bit of that, and just from the wing I just want to pull it just a smidge through the crease. So just we have that sort of shape here. I've kind of brought it right along my lashes, about 2/3 of the way in, up on my lid, and we will keep that sort of shape going. Okay, I'm just going to take a little bit more of that shade just on a small little smudgy brush. This is a Primark one, it's like a Harry Potter wand, and it's basically the 214 from MAC. It's that sort of shape, so if you're looking for a brush like it, that's the one you could go for. Mine are just dirty. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it in kind of as far in as I have it on the upper lash line, just so I can leave a gap so I can pop my bronze on the inside. I'm just connecting on the outer corner. When I do a wing sort of shape, I don't like to, like, you know, clean it and give a sharp edge, because then when I do my lower lash line, it's like it's disconnected, and I don't like that on my eyes. My eyes are too round for that. I need the frame. So I like to bring it down, and I like it, if I'm going to smoke it all out, I'm smoking it all out. I'm not leaving just a line. Okay, now we've got that all on. I'm loving the shape so far. I'm going to take the shade Tiki from Colourpop, which is like a warmer toned yellow, and I'm going to use this to blend out the green. I'm taking this on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 7 brush, just like a smaller, not as skinny as the 221 that I use. It's a bit fatter, but it's not as big as the big fluffy brush that I might use in a minute. So I'm taking that and I'm going to start around the crease and just continue this line on, but with the yellow. So just pulling that green through, and you can add more green if you need to. And then I'm taking a little bit more, and we're just going to go all around the edges, get it all applied. This is almost like a satin finish as well, so it kind of has a little bit of a sheen to it, which I don't really mind. Normally I don't like shimmers in my crease, but this I don't mind. Just taking a little bit of whatever's left on that 221 brush with the green, just making sure my edges are all nice and blended. Okay, and then for the lower lash, we're going to take the same Tiki shade. I'm taking this on a Real Techniques shading brush, just smaller little flattened fluffy brush, and I'm going to just smoke right along the edge of that green whole way, all the way out here. Okay, so just went back and forth between those two shades, get my blend nice. I want to be able to see the yellow and the green. I don't just want it to be like the yellow is just there to use to blend the green out, which it is, but I still want the yellow to be a focus as well. Okay, so now I've just wiped off that little Harry Potter brush that I have, the little smudgy one that I use for the green on the lower lash, and I'm going to take this shade from Make Peak. This is Legend. It's one of their foiled shadows, and I want this just on that inner little pocket in there, just a little bit of warmth in here. So just popping a little bit of that in there. And between the yellow and this shade, if you've got blue eyes, your eyes are going to pop. If you've got brown eyes, your eyes are going to pop. Green, the copper will kind of help as well, but my next look in this video will be for you green-eyed girls. And guys, whichever you prefer. So just little pop of something else in there. Okay, onto the shimmer, which I cannot wait for. I know I've got one shimmer on, but this is like the shimmer of the look. This is my Too Faced Glitter Insurance, just to prep the lid. And I've just got a little bit of that on the back of my hand. Ignore me trying out different liners to see what one I wanted for this look. But I'm just taking this on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 9 brush, little flat brush. This one here. And let's pop this. I'm going to pop it in basically all that blank space. So see that kind of diagonal line? I'm going to just do a very light coating of the glitter primer, and then for the shimmer we're going to take Inertia. So it's looking more bronze here, but it does have like a green base to it, reflects this gorgeous copper and gold, and we're going to take that on that where we just applied the glitter primer. Basically I'm using the same brush. I just wiped off a little bit of the excess glitter primer. This is going to go in here. The base of this eyeshadow kind of matches the green really well, so where the kind of shimmer meets the matte with that base color, you shouldn't need to really overlap too much. You should still get your definition from the matte shade, but it will look like it's blended really well. That is so pretty. I love the contrast between like the matte still being here and the shimmer, but it still looks like it blends together because I don't want to overlap them too much. I wanted there to be a definite like difference between them. Beautiful. Okay, and then last two little steps for the inner corner, because I decided I want to do this. I don't know why. I'm going to take Tiki again, the yellow that we used to blend. This is just a Glaminatrix Cosmetics brush. It's from the Friday the 13th collection. Just a small little flat brush. So I'm going to take a little bit of this shade and I want to pop this on the inner corner, almost as if like the yellow is wrapping the whole way around. So connecting it to my blend. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I put this other shimmer on the inner corner, I want there to be that good yellow base behind it. Okay, I've just cleaned off that brush a little bit. I mean, you don't really have to. I'm just going to take now this shade from Inglot. This is 08, which is gorgeous, like almost like a pewter gold. I just think it's so pretty and it has a really strong kind of yellow shift to it as well. Not the strongest yellow shift in the world or in my whole collection, but definitely is stronger for what some of the other Inglot shades are. But I'm going to take some of that on that same brush and we're just going to press that over the yellow just on the inner corner. Okay, that is it. That is the first look done. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to finish off the eyes. I don't know if I'm going to use the flakies yet. I will decide once I have everything done and I'll show you what I used if I do. I'll also show you if the ones I was going to use, which will go really well with this look, but I just don't know if I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So I'm going to do everything, finish off my eyes, lip and all that kind of stuff, and I'll let you know what I use when I come back. Okay guys, so this is how we finish off the look. I love this. I didn't end up adding the flakies. The ones I was going to use are, let me grab them. These ones here from Camo Cosmetics. These are the chameleon flakes in the limelight ones. They just kind of, they have the same sort of tones in the eye, but I just feel like if I do these ones, they're going to be kind of similar, like where I want to place them, similar to another look, and also the bronze would kind of get covered up. So I was like, no, we'll leave them, we'll play with them another time and I will find another look to pop them into. So let me go through everything that I did actually put on my face. So to finish off the eyes, super simple. I went in with my Odin's Eye Soul Mun gel liner in the shade 012. It's this kind of tan shade, but it kind of comes out a bit cooler toned. You think it's going to be a lot warmer, but it's a bit cooler tone. So I popped that just on my waterline because I thought it would go kind of well with that kind of khaki green sort of shade. My mascara is my Zoeva Infinite Potential Full Volume Mascara. She's definitely on the way out. I think I probably have one or two more uses out of her and then she's gone and it's time for a new mascara. And then my lashes are the BH Cosmetics. They're super fluttery. They're from BH Cosmetics. They are the 3D 560. Just if you're looking them up. Super fluttery and wingy sort of shape, but I didn't want to cover up the beautiful shimmers on the eyes, so that's why I went with these ones. Onto cheeks then, I went in with my Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer in the shade Butta Biscuit. She's very well loved. I will definitely be buying myself another one of these once I run out because I do love this bronzer. For a highlight, I kind of wanted a peachy sort of tone just to tie in with the yellow and the bronze sort of shade. So I went in with my Benefit Coralista blush. I don't know if Benefit do this anymore because I know they've redone a lot of their blushes, but just like a soft peachy orangey shade. I just put that on my cheeks. And then for a highlight, I went in with my Inglot Sparkling Dust for Face, Eyes and Body. This is in 07 and just super, super shiny. Really high shine just on the cheeks and down my nose. And then for lips, I knew the idea I wanted in my head, but I didn't know how to get there. But I eventually got there. So I went in with my Huda Beauty lip contour in the shade Flirt, which is just like this kind of terracotta brown, which is the kind of tone I wanted. I wanted brown, but I didn't want dark brown, I didn't want cool brown. I wanted brown. So I went then in with a lipstick from MAC. This is Spirit. Again, that kind of terracotta shade. It's a touch lighter than the lip liner, but just a touch. It's not too much lighter. And then I wanted it to be super juicy and glossy. So I went in with my Inglot Volumizing lip gloss in the shade Dark and Stormy. This one here. Okay, that is it. That is our first look. Beautiful. I know, I love it so much. It's so pretty. Using our lovely September palette. So exciting. I love my little pumpkin patch palette. I think it's so cute. And I'm very excited to get into the second look. It's going to be a lot warmer. We're going to be using a lot more of the kind of bronzy, kind of raspberry shades here. The burnt orange as well. I'm very excited about it. I cannot wait. So I hope you guys are also excited because we're going to get into look number 2. Okay guys, let's get into look number 2 with the beautiful September palette that I created. Here she is, my beautiful September Pumpkin Patch Autumn vibes. So we're definitely going to play with more of these burgundy kind of shades here. I want to play a little bit more with the orange, burnt orange, that kind of thing, and probably a little bit of this to blend out. We're gonna, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like a nice big blown out halo eye. I know I always do halo eyes, but I just love that shape, and I think these colours will go really well with that and just do a really rounded sort of shape. That's the kind of vibe I'm feeling. My skin is on, my brows are on, my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below, and my cheeks are almost done. I've got my blush and my bronzer on. I'm super glowy because I use the MAC Studio Radiance foundation, so I'm very glowy. But I don't have any highlighter on, but I'll do that towards the end as well. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Inglot shade in 335, this beautiful burnt orange, and I'm going to take that on a MAC 221S brush, just a small little skinny brush. And that is going to be our darkest shades. That's why I'm starting with this first. And I've said before, Inglot shades you have to build them up. They don't come out full pigment instantly. You have to build them up to it. So that's why I'm starting with my darkest shade first. So with that shade, I'm going to just start in the corner of my eye, just tapping it on just to build up that colour. I do love a good burnt orange. I'm not like a mad fan of like an orangey brown, but I mean, I am. I like all eyeshadow colours because I think they all serve a purpose in certain looks. But when everyone's like obsessed with like orangey browns and warm browns and stuff like that, I was a bit like meh, because I'm usually that kind of person where it's like, oh, everyone loves it and I want to use it. So, but I do like them in certain circumstances, but this is more of a classic burnt orange. I also forgot to say that I popped a little bit of that on the inner part of my, like my inner corner of my eye, and just left it on that inner third. Okay, now I'm taking a really small brush. This is just from eBay. I don't know, just a really, really little brush. And I'm going to take that same shade and we're going to run that along the lower lash line, making sure you connect on the corner. And I'm going to bring this the whole way across because I kind of want a smoky lower lash line. Okay, so to start blending that out and keep that orange tone going, we're going to take Pumpkin Spice, which is the perfect shade for this palette, from Glaminatrix. And I'm taking that on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 5 brush, just their big fluffy brush. And we're going to start blending out the edge of this, and this will really amp up that orange shade. I am going to use the kind of brown that I have in the palette to further blend this, but I just want to get a good impact of the orange first. Same in here, just start building my blend around all the edges. And then with that shade, I'm going to just start pulling that through the crease from side to side. So we have that orange haze. And then I'm just taking a MAC 512 SES brush, just from one of their Christmas collections, just like a flattened kind of fluffy brush. Taking that same shade and we are going to blend our lower lash line out a little bit. Same idea, just around the edges. Give us a nice orange warm haze. Okay, and then last little step, just for an extra blend, I'm going to take the shade Camo from Glaminatrix as well, and this is going on a Inglot 6SS, a really soft kind of fluffy brush, and we're just going to haze that right around the edges, basically up under my brow almost, and then a little bit on the same brush and just run that along my lower lash around the edge of that orange. I don't want to kill the orange, I just want to fade it into my skin, and I'm loving it. I love how blown out that this is. And while I blend this side, I will tell you that this is the last video that I'm filming before the Halloween decorations go up. This is my last look that I'm filming. I'm actually going to put them up, I think, tomorrow, and it's the 21st of August right now. The reason they're going up so early and I'm starting my filming so early for spooky season, because I'm going to film in a couple of days for my first spooky season video. It's not my Lush haul, unfortunately, because I am going to be on holidays when that launches, but I am going on holidays, that's why. Spoiler. Yeah, just because I normally take from work like a week, either the end of August or first week of September, to get a little bit of filming prep in. It's also just a chill week where I can just prep, because I work in retail, so Christmas is our busiest season, so I like to take a holiday somewhere around there just to kind of give me a little breather before all the madness happens. But I also use it to do a lot of my filming prep for spooky season. But because of the way it worked out with my managers and stuff like that, and their weeks off, because I'm also one of the managers, and we kind of had to work around each other, so the only 2 weeks I could take for a 2-week holiday, which is what we always want to do, was last week of August, first week of September. So I don't have my little week to get my work done, but I'm going to try and get my work done in between everything else. Now, when I say that this is the last look and last video that I'm filming before my Halloween decorations go up, I'm not exactly sure in the order in which all my videos are going up, so you could still see more videos before this. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Too Faced Glitter Insurance and we're going to pop that on a Beauty Bay BB207. Just a flat brush, any old flat brush will do. And just to get a little bit of this primer on, and that is going to go down the center of the lid. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Curtain Call, and I was so annoyed when I was making this palette. I'm taking that in the same brush, by the way, just wiped off the glitter primer. When I had made the palette and I was like, cool, palette made, I'm going to film my swatches now. Before I go and do anything else, I'm going to film my swatches before I film. Not with this, but film another video, and I had to go to my boyfriend's house, so I needed to like get everything ready. And that shadow fell out of the palette. Like literally, I was moving things around and it fell out of the palette onto the floor, smashed everywhere. I had to fix it, repress it, all that kind of stuff, because it is a very pretty shade. But this is going to go on the outer part, overlapping with that burnt orange, and then just a little bit on this inner part in here, just overlapping the burnt orange. Beautiful. It's so just warm and cozy and I'm loving it. So now I'm going to take the shade Kiln, yes, Kiln, from Cleona, and it's this beautiful kind of the same sort of tone, but it shifts the most beautiful kind of green copper out of the light, and it's just beautiful. Now the base color of this is a touch darker than that Curtain Call shade, but I still think the shine is going to really come through. That's just going to go down that center part that we've left. Just overlap with the Curtain Call shade. Oh, when I turn like slightly out of the light, it just gives a beautiful green flash down the middle that you're not expecting. I love these rich tones, these beautiful colors, all these like vibrant but muted but still vibrant shades for the autumn. This just makes me so happy. I don't even know what lip I want to do yet. Okay, and then last little step, we're going to take the shade 08 from Inglot, which is beautiful kind of golden duochrome. Just taking a little bit of that for the inner corner. Just give it a little pop of that gold shade. It'll also tie in with the shift that's on that Kiln shade on the center of the lid. When I say Kiln, I don't mean like killing, I mean kiln as in what you would, you know, cure pottery in, that kind of thing. Okay, beautiful and fiery and I love it. So I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna finish off my eyes. I think I'm gonna do, I have a liner in mind and I think it's gonna work really well. So I'll show you in a little bit once I've done it all what it looks like. Do my highlight, do a nice lip, do a go burgundy, possibly. So I'm going to do all that and I will let you know what I use when I come back. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I am loving it. I'm definitely getting into my more kind of deeper, grungier kind of looks at the minute because spooky season's around the corner and I'm just in that type of mood. So let us get into everything that I use on the rest of my face. So to finish off the eyes, the liner that I use is actually a gel liner and I just put it on my waterline because this is just the colour I wanted. I just wanted this colour on my waterline. It's from Melt Cosmetics. It's the Ultra Matte Gel Liner in the shade Burnish. Super beautiful burgundy sort of shade. And I just, with a little brush, just patted a little bit of that on my waterline and I love it. My mascara then is my Zoeva Infinite Potential Full Volume Mascara. By the time I start filming, what day is it? Saturday. This is gone. So I'll be using it probably maybe 2 more days and then it's gone. My lashes then, I wanted something kind of wispy, a little bit longer in the middle, but nothing that's going to take over because I want to show off those beautiful multi-chromes. So I use my Cash Beauty Charm lashes just to give that sort of effect. And then just for something a little extra because I can't help myself, I decided to add little stars. So this is my Colourpop QT mark in the star face stamp. Just little speck on each side just to give a little bit of something something. My bronzer then is my Larizzi Shade Stick Contour Stick in the shade Aloha. She's getting low. She's also got a bit of fluff on it, but she's getting low. I do love this. So I just wanted that to warm up my face. My blush again, I wanted warm, warm, warm. So I went in with my Clinique Blush Pop in the shade Ginger Pop. Gorgeous, warm, reddish pink to give that kind of like real rosy sort of look to my cheeks. And then for a highlighter, I went in with my Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Flexitarian, just to give a really nice shine on the top of the cheeks. And then for lips, I was between two. I was going to go with Carnivorous from MAC, but it was actually, I'll actually show you here, That's carnivorous there, but it's a bit too kind of like wine. I didn't really want wine. I wanted more like that burnt terracotta shade. So I went with this one, which is one I'm sure I've used on my channel, but I don't use it very often. This is the Apocalyptic Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Blood. We love her. She's lovely, very comfortable as well. Like literally feels I've got nothing on. So very nice. And that is it. That is my 2 looks using my lovely September, Autumn, Pumpkin Patch Fall palette, and I adore this little palette. I think it's beautiful. I love the 2 looks that I done with this. I just love these tones. I always get really excited this time of year for those kind of colours as well, and these kind of looks, these real warm, burnt, bit of depth, like just, I don't know, real luscious sort of looks. And yeah, I'm so happy to create this, and I cannot wait to get into my October palette. I don't even know what, I know the idea. I don't know what it's going to turn out like and what other shades I'm going to put in with it, because I definitely have 4 shades in mind. 5. So I'll probably do a 10 pan, 5 shades, and then I have another 5 shades to fill. So I don't know what else I'll use with that to make it very cohesive, but I have the general colour idea in mind. So I want to know down in the comments below, which was your favourite look using this palette? I think this is my favourite. I think this one, this is me, this is my vibe. I love this sort of, like these tones and how rich this is. It's beautiful. I think this is my favourite look. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support. Get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see spooky season is coming. And I'm so excited. I haven't actually watched a horror movie in a little while, but I know I'm going to be watching so many. Every spooky season video I film is going to have a horror movie on in the background when I'm doing the bits that are not actually on camera. So like the bits where I'm like finishing off my face, I'm going to have a horror movie on. But yeah, hit subscribe to let me know that you are also excited for spooky season. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I post all my up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks. And my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. So that is it. That is our September build your own palette. She's beautiful. We love her. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.